All right, we are live. Cheers. Oh, I'm dripping.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that. 1 second. Jesus. I felt my Jimmy J's coming up. Welcome back to a absolutely fantastic, brand new episode of Two Drunk Guys in a Football Podcast. I am your host, Marcus. Can't miss the champion, Mary.
And I am skinny domestic.
Back with another fantastic episode for everyone.
Uh,
Ah,
we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. All right. Yeah, good episode, like Marcus said. He hasn't really rubbed anything in my face yet, so it's gonna come, and I know it's gonna come. So I'm just gonna prepare real quick and make a big old fucking drink. I just filled this shit up to almost half of rum, so
you know what? I think that we should switch to fucking like straight liquor. Honestly, will you make me another thing of apple pie if I buy the stuff for you?
yeah. As long as I get to keep a
That's,
half gallon.
that's fair.
Well, how much do you want? Do you want like a gallon, or do you want? I usually make 4 gallons. So do you want 2 gallons, or do you want 4 gallons?
2 gallons, you keep a gallon, I keep a gallon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make it. I'll get the stuff and make it one of these days, and then
Because I'm
dude,
not gonna lie, I've been enjoying drinking apple pie.
dude, the rum has been nice. I haven't had any like belly issues, so it was definitely the beer fucking me up in some capacity. So like
Yeah, I think
I'll still drink certain beers, like I'll drink Blue Moon every now and then and shit, but like I can't do just fuck ton of beer anymore. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to lose weight, get fit. You know, the New Year's resolution, and maybe that'll change a little bit. But the rum, the Crystal Light, sugar-free lemonade packets, whatever the fuck it is, and some rum, been perfect. But yeah, I filled this shit up halfway up today with rum, so it's gonna be a rough day.
oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
But all right, you said you didn't have anything down, so I guess I'll get it started with the news today. Trayvon Diggs released from the Cowboys. I
I did
guess
not see that. What the hell?
I guess he hasn't been rehabbing where they've wanted him to rehab. Like he stayed in I think Florida. It was saying to rehab, and um, he just wasn't doing what they wanted. You know, just being that guy.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't think he's been picked up yet as of this episode. A lot of people are speculating like the Rams, Bills, or Eagles going after him. Uh, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. He hasn't played how he normally been up to what he has been, but injuries definitely linked with that. But yeah, it was kind of shocking, kind of out of nowhere too. Um, but there was something like he basically they 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 owe him like nothing anymore on his like he has no more guaranteed money, so it saves them like $12 million to cut him for what he was doing. So it works out
Nice.
for him, I guess. I'll
He's
be
gonna be a
interested to see.
patriot, dude.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what team, especially in the playoffs, is gonna try to get him.
He's gonna go play with his dad or his brother.
Well, his brother, next thing in news, is
Yeah.
facing felony strangulation charge and a misdemeanor assault charge. Um, big in like his, I think it's said like one of his like hearings is like 3 days before their potential playoff game or something like that, or one of the playoff games if they
Who
make
did
it.
he strangle?
Allegedly, his like chef over they basically had a dispute over like him paying her or something. Something happened. I think it's a girl, but I saw some things on X, of course, going around on X on the internet, and I I don't know exactly what's true, what's not clearly, but there was text messages leaked, like saying like, you still need to pay me and all this. And he was basically saying, I'm not going to pay you for and another chef for services I'm not getting and all this. And I guess allegedly strangled them and assaulted them over that dispute. Allegedly, I'm going to keep saying allegedly. So
Jesus Christ.
it'll be interesting to see what happens. The NFL said, of course, they're monitoring it. The Pats are saying they're monitoring it. Well, could be huge if he.
They haven't suspended someone for domestic violence in a while.
Yeah, I'm going to assume he probably unless something happens in that court. The problem is he's got a court hearing during the season, so I don't know what's going to come of that. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that pushed back, but clearly it's going to be something that affects everything in some aspect. It's not like it's not going to be there. The other thing with the Pats is Christian Barmore is charged with assault and battery on a family member. So you got two Patriots players getting hit with some domestic hits right before the playoffs. Yeah. So clearly, most likely, I'm going to guess both of these play out the season, and then whatever happens, and the NFL might lay out some suspensions depending on what happens. But
they just gave him money, dude.
Last season. This one, his like girlfriend or somebody was alleging that they were getting in a fight over like things. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but things like the temp in the house and food getting ate that was his. Like it, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he's like, lady, how do you think I make my living?
Yeah, I don't.
He's like, I gotta eat. I'm hoping
that was more of just a raunchy, somebody just said it to say it issue, but
no,
that comes out
no way, dude, no way. Tell me a millionaire is getting mad because someone's eating his food. His girlfriend's eating his food.
Yeah.
I told you to order your own damn fries, lady.
Yeah, I laughed at that, but that's all. That's what I saw. Just clearly I didn't dive into it, like if that's really what's the talk of. But it's the first thing I saw and what the reasoning was, and I'm just gonna go with it for now because it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
we'll see how much the Pats get impacted with that. Again, like stuff like that is serious. So as a person, that could impact their play, that could impact what the team does, even though they're going to make the playoffs. We'll see. Former Utah head coach Kyle Whittingham signed a 5-year deal to Michigan. I think that's a good signing for them. They need a guy that's been around, knows what he's doing, I guess, especially after what they had with Harbaugh and then the collapse of all that. Hopefully no more cheating. As we speak of Michigan, they're currently playing right now. Texas, they're up 17-10 over Texas. Texas is driving, but in the Cheez-It Bowl. DeForest Buckner is on IR. He's having neck surgery. I guess Colts are out of the playoffs now, so that's not as a big of an issue. I guess get him right. Talent like that's just getting wasted away in Indy. Terrible. I really was hoping Milton was going to be on the pod for this week.
Hey, remember once I said the Colts weren't going to make the playoffs?
Dude.
And I said anyone could win it, and you know who's going to win? Which is crazy, the Jags are. But the Texans right now are the team to beat, bro. They look good.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about how bad that offensive line was for like half of the season,
2 weeks,
maybe over. Yeah, no, it was a long time. Just how bad it truly was. Yeah, the Colts fall off needs to be studied. Not really, because we all know what it was. Daniel Jones started to not play well, and then he gets hurt, and you bring in 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. Sure, it looked cool watching him sling the ball around and being able to do some of the things that he could still do, but you're not gonna.
Does Phillip come back for another season, or is it done?
I think at this point he's done. I don't.
You think so? I don't know what's gonna happen though. Like I would imagine so, but would it be out that far fetched if he stayed another year? Like
I think the only way he does it if he could be like a backup at this point. Just be a go be a backup on the Cardinals, because like K1's probably still going to be on that roster, probably still going to be the starter, but he's bound
No,
to get.
I don't think so.
He's bound to get.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know if anybody. Maybe K1 go sign with the Cardinals. Go be a backup. Go or I think Brissett's still there technically, or like the Dolphins. I don't know how much they like Ewers truly, but I don't know. Just go be a backup for some team that has a guy that either is potentially going to get benched, like Geno Smith, or is gonna get hurt. You know, bound
No,
to.
you wanna hear the most Colts thing in the whole goddamn world? They're gonna sign Tua Tagovailoa and call it good.
Oh jeez. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, that Colts wild. Their defense played pretty decent. The fact that they almost beat the Seahawks with old ass Philip Rivers is crazy to me.
Yep.
Then Liam Cohen is the first year head coach, head coach to win 12 plus games after his team had 4 or less wins the year before. Which
Yeah,
this
let's
is
make up a statistic. Let's go.
it's for actual people being a first year head coach, not like
I
Mike
know.
Vrabel.
I know. Good for you. He's been a decent coach. Trevor Lawrence has looked a lot better because there's a point in the season where it's like, when are we just gonna admit Trevor Lawrence is a bust?
Yeah,
But
I mean the last 7 weeks I'd probably say has been
he looked good.
look good. And I'm gonna say that's probably the Liam Cohen effect. He took a little
I
bit,
would say so.
got things figured out. Is slowly getting Trevor Lawrence to the what Trevor Lawrence should have been. You know, probably coming straight out of the college, and that
What's
defense.
more impressive, what Liam Cohen's done with the Jags or what Ben Johnson's done with the Bears?
The Bears defense, to me, the Bears offenses should be good, right? They have all the things they need to be good. Top receivers, young, good receivers. Their defense is probably what their most questionable thing was, even though they still have some good guys. Jags, their offensive talent's there. I think their line's a little bit worse. Their defense has a good pass rush, but outside of that, you don't really. I, but then you take in the division. I'd probably say overall, because you got to put in the division factor too of who their competition is and who they're playing. Probably go Ben Johnson because if they're winning that division, potentially going to be the 2 seed. If they win
Dude,
this week,
to
like
win the division or be the second seed in the NFC North and have Caleb Williams as your quarterback is a crazy feat because Caleb Williams, eh, I'm still not sold. He's looked a little bit better this year,
well,
but
and I mean we saw it against the 49ers. He had a 2-man pass rush and had to scramble out of the pocket.
to throw, yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I know you're trying to buy time, and then I feel like as a
Yeah.
quarterback, when you see like he had a guy open, he just underthrew it because he faded away. Take the fucking hit. Step into that. I know the hit's gonna be brutal, but it's the difference between you winning a game and not winning a game. You've taken hits like that. I'm not criticizing Caleb Williams and saying every quarterback would do this. But I'm saying is in the moment as a quarterback, if you were trying to win a game, you just came back and did all this shit. You got to do what you got to do to win a game, and throwing a fadeaway jump ball
Mhm.
2 yards short of your receiver isn't what you should be doing. You should be
Nope.
if you got to take a hit, take a fucking hit. I
Be
just
a man.
kind of like Josh Allen with the Eagles game. We'll talk about that, but last bit of news here: the Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists have been announced. The class of 2026, so only I think what is it? 5 of these guys can go through. We got Willie Anderson, Drew Brees. Hold on, I can't read, dude. Jaree Evans, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Adam Vinatieri, Terrell Suggs, Eli Manning, Luke Kuechly, Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne, Kevin Williams, Jason Witten, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Uganda. So
Okay, well, it's gonna be 100% Peyton Manning, 100% Drew Brees,
Eli Manning,
100%. Oh, it's Eli.
it's Eli.
Uh, I thought it was Peyton.
No, it's Eli.
Uh,
So
maybe.
I will agree Drew Brees is 100% going through.
Yes.
Larry
Eli
Fitz,
Manning, I don't know, is Eli's first. Larry Fitz is first ballot.
first ballot.
Torrey Holt is first ballot.
Torrey Holt's not. This isn't first ballot. Some of these guys are
Oh,
then,
really?
yeah. Like Torrey Holt didn't get in his first year, so
I'd say Holt.
Holt. I have Vinatieri. Vinatieri didn't get in his first time either, so I think Vinatieri gets in. And then my last guy out of all those is Luke Kuechly.
First ballot Hall of Famer, Luke Kuechly.
Over some of those guys, think about how dominant he was in a short period of time.
I'd probably put Eli over Luke, but Luke was the best linebacker, and it wasn't close in his time. That's hard. That's a really hard one.
Like I think, like clearly Jason Witten, good tight end. I don't think he gets in over some of these names. Reggie Wayne, good wide receiver, doesn't get in over those.
Isn't he like the third most in tight end receiving yards in the history of the
he's
NFL?
Up there. Yeah, he's up there. Terrell Suggs, another name. Like they had good careers, great careers. Clearly, if you're a finalist for for the Hall of Fame, but I think those five are probably good. Like Frank Gore was a long-lasted guy, but I feel like he can wait if he's going to make it. Eli, I think Eli is a Hall of Famer, clearly, but I don't think he's a first ballot. Adam Vinatieri probably should have got in first ballot, but he's a kicker, so a little biased probably. Torrey Holt was probably overlooked a little bit too, but yeah, I'm going Holt, Vinatieri, Drew Brees, Fitz, and then I'm putting in Kuechly just because that dude was, if he would have never retired, what that man would have probably still been doing on that field would have probably solidified him as probably the second best linebacker to ever play, middle linebacker, let's specify, to play the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know when it's announced during the playoffs, isn't it? Something like that. So
no, Hall of Fame game this summer.
Oh no, it's announced before then. The Hall of Fame game, isn't it? Like when they do the official
the Hall of Fame game is when they do it. Like it's in the summer. I think they do that.
All right. Well, whatever. We'll see. I think it's those five. I guess Kuechly might be off, and then somebody else might get, like Jason Witten might sneak in or whatever. But 2 college games have gone on so far. 12 BYU defeats 22 Georgia Tech 25-21. Watched some of that game. I thought Georgia Tech was going to win. BYU did not look good. They bounced. I didn't watch the bounce back, but watched some of the highlights. They bounced back and won it. And then 19 Virginia defeats Missouri 13-7. When you texted me saying that Virginia was like, I don't remember what your words were. I thought Virginia was like stomping them, so I went and looked at the score and everything, and I'm like, it's 13-7. Like Marcus made this sound like Virginia was up like 35-2 or something. Just ridiculous.
To be, I don't care who it is. You're talking about SEC talent compared to ACC talent in today's day and age. I don't care who the quarterback was or wide receivers that set out. That was impressive. First 11 win
Asterisk.
team.
Mizzou's number 1 and 2 wide receiver didn't play.
Don't care.
No, it was a good win. Solid win. 13-7. Missouri had a chance. They fucked it up.
They did.
They fucked it up. And then NFL games. Vikings 23, Lions 10. Lions had 6 turnovers. Vikings had 3 net yards passing.
Dude, the amount of people that were pissed when that had Jared Goff and Gibbs in the fantasy playoffs. Oh man, dude, that defense looked good. It was terrible half the year, and then it just pulls out. And it's like, well, the Lions. Well, I guess we're the Lions' daddies this year.
Yeah,
can't beat anyone else.
That defense started off hot, then it cooled down for a while, and then just all of a sudden is picking back up again. Yeah, I think everybody was shocked about what was going on in that game. Especially with you guys could not pass the ball worth a shit.
No. We won because Jordan Addison had a fucking end around.
Yeah. Jared Goff. You know, Jalen Hurts got all this shit for having a 5-turnover game, and then Jared Goff does it years
Bro,
a couple of
bro,
weeks later.
bro,
And
bro,
Jared Goff
bro.
is allegedly better than Jalen Hurts.
He's
So,
way better than Jalen.
good win. Brosmer's QB1 next year for sure.
JJ McCarthy, RIP, dude.
Yeah, Jefferson needs like 50 yards to be a 1,000-yard receiver, right?
Dude,
So,
I would bet money that he doesn't get it.
who do they play this week? Who do you guys play?
Probably the Packers. I don't
Yeah,
think
the
we play the Packers.
Packers, which the Packers might rest people because they don't have any. I don't think they're really playing for anything. I think they're the 7th seed no matter what. Maybe could be the 6th seed, but are you really competing and fighting for a spot at that point? I'd just get your guys healthy. Rest Jacobs, rest Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Defensively, probably rest some of your guys. I'm going to assume most of the defense plays at least for the first half. JJ might be able to get it. Might be able to. I think I said it a couple weeks ago. If I'm JJ, I'm going to your quarterback and saying, feed me the goddamn ball. If I look covered, I'm not.
No shit.
Just throw me the ball so I can get to my 1,000
No
yards.
shit. Yeah. Just give me
I
my
also,
fucking shit.
I also kind of see, Kevin O'Connell might try to scheme him into it a little bit. I feel like the last couple weeks, besides maybe 1 week, he hasn't really been involved much either. I feel like it's a lot been more like, Addison with the end around, getting involved in the run game. Naylor has been a big pass, one of the pass game guys. Like Justin Jefferson's kind of like taking a back seat almost in that offense, and it's really weird to see. Like Aaron Jones, I feel like has been getting fed a lot, uh, both rushing and pass game. But yeah, feels very weird watching the Vikings play when Jefferson's like not a part of the game plan.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me, but what are you gonna do?
No. And then Eagles 13, Bills 12. 0 completions and 17 total yards in the second half for the Eagles. Our fucking Kevin Patullo. He went and did an interview. He's like, we just run the ball to run the ball sometimes. And that's exactly what happened in this game. Him and Nick Sirianni got too conservative because we're up 13-0. They felt comfortable with the lead, with the conditions, and how our defense was playing. If you watch every drive that we have, it's run, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, pass. Like, that's not a successful offense. You can't be successful doing that.
Bro.
And then, like, Jalen Hurts was playing perfectly fine the first half. Just let us fucking run an offense. It's so annoying how conservative they got when...
I don't think they trust him, dude.
Which is weird because in the first half we were doing perfectly fine with everything. Like AJ Brown had his pass interference, sure. Devontae Smith dropped the ball. Sure, it's wet. That's gonna, the drop's gonna happen. The one
I saw a thing that said Jalen Hurts is the only quarterback in NFL history where you can say he's completely ass and be right, and say he's really good and be right.
Cam Newton said it best the other day, which shocked me because he's been so anti Jalen Hurts. He's like, he named off, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Mahomes, those guys. And he's like, if you need a win, you go get Jalen Hurts. Shocked that he said that.
Well, it's true. He is a winner. Like, you
Yeah.
can't take that away from him. He is a winner, but it's because of he's a great what's it called? I can't think not a manager.
I don't know if
He's a
I feel like he's more than just a game manager at this point. Or
no,
whatever.
dude, he is a game manager. He is. He is a great.
You need Vikings game. Again, you want to downplay that defense. That defense has been pretty good. Run game has been gone for most of the year. We throw the ball, we win. He's throwing the ball, we're winning games. This game,
Bro, he's winning the game by not turning the ball over, kicking field goals, scoring some touchdowns, and playing good defense. That's how he's winning the games.
Yeah, but
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing. But I think he's more than just I feel like there's more to. AJ Brown, put it in the breadbasket on the age. Like, he can throw the ball. It's not like he's throwing these wild-ass terrible passes. Breadbasket AJ Brown just can't catch it because his other arm's getting held. Devontae Smith put it in his fucking hands. They say he dropped it. Wet conditions. Jahan Dotson, the first fucking play of the game, he threw a fucking dime to Jahan Dotson that he just put his hands out, let it hit his hands, and then just stopped. Like, he puts the ball where it needs to be more often than not. Did you, like, the one where he fucking drove it through 2 defenders?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I mean,
I watched that whole game. I watched old Josh Allen.
Yeah, the Bills. I mean, yeah, like we were talking, the turnovers. The Bills, just the turnovers.
Yep.
The the biggest play of the. Well, it's not just the turnover, but it's also the trying to be a hero and taking a what was it, a 19-yard sack, putting you out of field goal range and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just the decision making, trying to be the hero. And then the funniest thing that every Eagles fan is laughing their ass off about is the Bills were one of the teams, and Sean McDermott was very big on getting the tush push banned, and then the only way they score is 2 tush pushes. So, very hypocritical, Sean McDermott. Yeah, I don't know why you go for 2 either. In the conditions, the whole second half, you're the only team that's moving the ball, doing anything. You could have taken that game into overtime and probably won it. The way the Eagles were playing offensively, like I just don't. I don't know. Risk reward, clearly, you win, you go home, you're done right there. But I think just the way the game had gone that whole second half, you almost have to just kick it. And I know the guy missed it earlier, but if you're not going to get the 2-point, you lose. You miss this field goal, you miss it, you lose, or you make it and you go to overtime. I think the risk of the field goal are less. I don't know. I would have kicked the field goal despite my kicker missing. Put some trust in my kicker, especially going into the playoffs. Then they released him anyway, so I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Josh Allen deserves a lot of what the fuck talk with this performance.
Him and Baker this year have been disappointing. Like, yeah. Josh has been good. Obviously, fantasy Josh is always a good Josh. He's always scoring. Like, he's going to hit you duds, but he's going to win you games. He's going to have 40-point games easily.
Well, and it's just the decision making, some of the things that you're doing. You're trying to be too much of a hero when I joked about it. It's like, oh, James Cook can't run the ball, and you got to force Josh Allen to throw the ball. That's how you win games. You know, making the comment because if Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball, it's whatever. But I just thought it was funny because James Cooks has been the leading rusher.
Phenomenal.
But yeah, you don't get your run game going. Josh Allen's trying to be the hero because of that. Makes some bad plays, decisions, and that's what cost you the game. Twice you were in field goal range at least, and you turn the ball over, take a huge sack. So only can be mad at yourself, really. Your defense did what they needed to do the whole second half. Defense basically could have won them the game in a sense. And then, yeah, that's all I got for scores. Fuck the Packers. Just fuck the Packers. Like, at least the Cardinals, the thing that irks me is the Cardinals with Marvin Harrison Jr. is like, he's off the injury report. He has no designation for his injury, but we're going to limit his snap count. Like, they are upfront and vocal about it. The Packers are like, Josh Jacobs is off the report. No, he's good to go to play. Touches the ball 6 times. Like,
you just have it that way sometimes.
It's the shit that annoys me. Like, just even as an NFL fan, imagine going to this game.
What's shitty about Josh Jacobs too is both weeks, if he would have played halfway decent, I would have lost.
Yeah. But that's here nor there.
Both weeks, he would have scored 10 points, Skitty.
I needed 7 in the one league, but
I know.
Not even from a fantasy, like I own him and whatever and I lost. It's, imagine being a Packers fan and Josh Jacobs is your favorite fucking player, and you're like, wow, he's not injured. I expect to see him on the field. And he goes out and plays and gets 6 touches. That's my favorite player. Like, it's like the NBA where all these guys are sitting out, so you're not being able to see your favorite players, but you're spending hundreds of dollars to go to these games, but you can't see your favorite player because literally the day of that player's like, oh, we're not playing. You know, he's resting, game management, whatever. He's got an ankle injury all of a sudden, like shit like that. It just, I'd be like, wow, really, Matt LaFleur, your backup quarterback's in. Your best offensive weapon is Josh Jacobs,
Yeah.
and you
Your
don't
backup
fucking use him.
quarterback's in. Your backup quarterback's in, and more importantly, I'm trying to win a fucking fantasy championship, Matt LaFleur, and
Okay,
you need to
no,
listen to me
not
here.
100%. That's
You
not.
need to listen to me here.
That's not
That's
the
what
main
matters,
thing.
Matt LaFleur.
That's not the main thing. But yes, it is. It's like 20% that. Mainly just as a player, that shit's annoying.
100%, dude. Matt LaFleur, we have fantasy championships to win, brother.
No, because it happened the week before, and I just didn't play him because I was skeptical on how everything was going. But then this week, I felt confident because he had the limited practices. They were making sure he was good. They said yes, he is perfectly fine, and then they do that.
Well,
shit.
it's like Drake London. Drake London goes in there, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's back, better to go." And then he fucking had one catch. Kyle Pitts was hot as shit, and then fucking comes back and down to earth and dies because that's what Kyle Pitts
That's
does.
exactly what Kyle Pitts does. But real quick before we get into like fantasy stuff, let's do our bad betting. So we're not going to go 500 on bad betting. We went 2-2 last week. The Lions and we bet the Bucks. I think they sold us.
The
I
Bucks
feel
have
like
fucked us every time.
yeah. So regular season we're currently 31-37, so we could go 36-37. Like we're right there. Right fucking there. This week is going to be the worst week though because most teams aren't playing their starters. Most teams are going to play some, and then. So this is the fun week. This is especially in pickups too. This is the fun week.
Yeah, take Cincinnati to win.
Okay, Cincinnati to 7.5 against the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Saturday, the Bucks are favored by 3 against the Panthers. We're not touching that game. I can tell you that right now. Not doing anything
I'll
with the
take
Bucks.
the Panthers, dude. Fuck the Bucks.
Seahawks are favored by 1.5 against the 49ers.
I'd take it.
Really? Despite how they've played very close games to like poverty and the 49ers.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think the Seahawks are a better team than the Niners. Niners are punching over their weight right now.
We'll come back to it. Falcons are -3 against the Saints. Here the Cowboys are -3.5 against the Giants. I think that's an easy one. The Vikings are favored to win by 7.5. Yeah, so the Packers are not going to start shit. Texans are favored by 10.5 against the Colts. I'm trying to think of games that like something's actually worth for. Like the Texans could win if they beat the Colts. The Jags.
Give the Texans. Take the Texans.
So 10.5. The Jags, if they win against the Titans, they'll win the division and
take
potentially get the first seed if other teams lose. So Jags -12.5. Chargers Broncos. Chargers aren't playing
big
Justin
trust.
Herbert.
Take Detroit against Chicago to end it out.
Detroit, the Bears are favored to win. You think the Lions beat the Bears?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the Lions will do whatever they can.
Which one do you like more? Do you like the Lions money line, or do you like the Jags -12 against the Titans, the Texans -10.5 against the Colts, the Cowboys -3.5 against the Giants, or the Cincinnati Bengals -7.5 against the Browns?
I take Detroit. I like Houston. I like Jacksonville, and I like Cincinnati.
Okay. So we will take off the Cowboys one then. Okay. So, Bengals -7.5 against the Browns. Texans -10.5 against the Colts. The Jags -10.5, 12.5 against the Titans, and the Lions money line against the Bears. $10 pays about 152. Let me just write it down real quick. We started.
Have you actually been betting all these?
Some weeks I have. Some weeks I do like players for like 25 yards receiving or shit like that, or My favorite new one is looking at games and seeing who's at the .5 over for catches, and I've kind of been
Hmm.
starting to bet those because the Ravens game, what is it? Keaton Mitchell was at over under .5, and it was like minus 116. So I put $50 on it. He got a catch in the first quarter, so like it's the
How much
.5
do you
should
make off
like
that?
like 20-$30, like nothing wild, but it's easy money for guys like that. Or Matthew Golden's was
Yeah.
.5 too, like in that game. Threw $20 on that. It's like they're minus 120 odds or so, but you're winning, just under what you bet in terms of like the actual win money, but they're like guarantees pretty much on some of these players. So started doing that. And it worked out a little bit. It's worked out a little bit. It's been nice. You know, slow but surely.
Kills you.
Okay, fantasy football. First, we'll get into Marcus and his winning 2 of the 3 leagues that he made the playoffs in. I guess the only one that made the championship game, but came up short.
Came up short.
Beat
Lost in
me.
Skinny's league in Milton. Beat Skinny twice. Honestly, on some bullshit, I feel like, because my team, my quarterback, the fact that I beat you in a fantasy championship, and my quarterback scored 6 points. One of my best running backs scored 8 points, and then my best wide receiver, or one of my best wide receivers, scored fucking 1.4 points. Is insane. But you know what? Fantasy gods giveth, and the fantasy gods taketh away. And last year, Skinny sat here and beat me in my league, and you know what? Daddy's got 2 more to add to the trophy case.
These two equal 1 ring in our leagues.
No,
That's
they don't.
Yes, they
No, they
do.
don't.
That's
These
how
equal 2 rings.
I 100%.
These equal two
You
rings.
you
Don't
you and
even
I
even.
100% give a shit more about your league and my league
Skinny,
than these dynasty leagues. You know the
skinny.
weight of these.
It The dynasty league matters. It's every single year. It's going to be more and
The
more.
dynasty league does not matter. Austin won
It
it
does.
last year and nobody gave a shit. We were like, "Here's your money," and we moved on. We literally did not care that he won it. We like, I don't think it was talked about once after he fucking won it. Like it never got brought up in the conversation. Nobody cares about the
That's because it's
dynasty.
Austin. I care about the dynasty league now. I care about both of them.
Oh, now you care? Now, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess now you
I'm
care.
a big dynasty league guy, dude. That's what I'm better at.
Oh, yeah, now that Marcus won, he's like, we need to get a trophy and like a plaque that you and I can hold on to and all this shit. And he's like, we'll have to get Austin something small just to make up for it because I feel bad about it. No, you don't. You don't fucking feel bad. You don't give a fuck about
No, we do got to get him something. I was thinking we do trophies. I think it'd be kind of cool to do like little trophies, and then I think no, I'm serious. Like one of us should get a plaque that we could add a name to. I think that'd be kind of cool because it's something that stays forever. It's a dynasty league, so
Yeah, I think it's something we can easily do. 30 Austin's could
you
be
think
like a 30
you
20.
think the dynasty league ever dies out, or you think it'll just continue to go?
I think there will be people
I
that
ever think about that.
leave. I don't know if it'll ever die for sure, but I think people will leave it.
Hmm. You think we're gonna be your dad's age playing fantasy football?
100%.
You do, really?
Oh, 100%. There is no, as much as I talked about this year of I wasn't in it as like I normally am. Like I just didn't. I don't know. It was a weird year. I don't know. I just everything else going on in my life. I played fantasy. I enjoyed it, but like I wasn't invested in it as much as I used to be. I don't
Yeah.
know, but like I know that this isn't gonna be every year. I know there's gonna be years where I'm just super stoked about it. I'm gonna play it. Like Dom's he's 13. Give it a couple years. He's gonna probably start getting more into. He's slowly getting into sports. Like he plays basketball, plays golf,
Hmm.
does track. Like he's slowly getting more into sports. He's watching more football with me. Like he went to a fucking game with me. Like
Yeah.
he's getting to the point where in
I
three to
told you
five
that would
years,
happen, though.
yeah, in 3 to 5 years, he'll be especially with his friends. His friends get into it. He's gonna start paying more attention to it, and I want to be able to play with him in fantasy. So, um, yeah, I don't see that ever going away from
Ever
here.
going away? Yeah. We do love our fantasy football.
I
Yeah,
will.
you know, I thought about will we ever add another league? Because we have 3 leagues between us that we manage. Would you ever consider adding another league?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of fine with the three that we co-commish basically all three of
Yeah,
the leagues
all of them.
together,
Yeah.
and then the one we just do as with somebody else. Like if that one died off, I wouldn't care, because again, it's my least cared about league, and then I don't think I'd go and try to add a fourth just to add a fourth because we get a lot of the same people, so like at that point it's just like I'd rather
Well, we
just
do. Well, my cousin Dylan, Dylan's in all of them with us,
yeah
basically,
like at that
and
point
Austin's in all of us, and then AJ's in 2 out of the 3.
yeah,
So
Skylar's in two
yeah, we
out
get
of
a
the
lot.
three. Like
Yep,
we have, like
Skylar
you
is
know, we
too.
have
DJ's in 3 out of the 4.
yeah. So like we have a bunch of the same. So I don't even that extra one. I'll join extras. Like if my work, whoever I'm doing, like if my work does a league, I'll join in. If like I have another friend that just like, hey, I need somebody to fill in. Sure, like Alonzo asked us, he asked me and you to join that one league. I told him I'm good, but then he asked you and you did it. But like, I would do stuff like that. But I don't plan on ever like having a full on other league. If people want to leave my leagues, I'll just find somebody to replace them and make it work. So
I've
yeah,
thought about I've thought about it'd be fun to do something really random. But if we did something, you know what we should do? Let's do best ball.
oh Jesus,
You wouldn't do best ball?
oh Jesus. I just said I
Would you
wouldn't
do
do
that
it.
though? I think we should do a best ball league. I think that'd be fun.
You're put. It's like all those like random like the best balls, the what is it, the Reaper leagues where like you get to take a player off the other team and like shit like that. I think it's
Leagues that if you lose, the lowest points leaves the league each week. So we have one person left.
yeah, like just shit like that. Like I don't know. Like it'd be fun, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't pay money to do those leagues. I'd just be like, I'm doing it for free. I ain't paid for shit.
I think best ball would be pay. The difference would be think about it. You're looking at players. If you're doing best ball, you're looking at players that are going to score a fuck ton of points, and you want to stack players. So like you want like an Amon-Ra St. Brown and a JMO.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to really. I don't know. I'd probably do it if this other dynasty ever collapses, which it might. The rate that it's going at,
Oh, the one that I just won.
we might
That
be.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that we haven't been paid out yet. If you're
Yeah, we'll
listening,
see. No one's listening. We'll get paid. I'm not that worried about it. We'll just be like this. We'll say something. We'll make a message about, hey, we don't get paid. We're gonna start breaking kneecaps or something.
no, I literally
We'll get paid.
tomorrow if I don't start getting players, I'm gonna start dropping players.
They're not gonna care.
Yeah, that's fine. And then when I drop players, I'll just leave and not rejoin next year. So I'm not getting fucked out of some of payment like I got fucked out of the
The
fucking
second.
college football playoff bullshit. Oh, we didn't agree on anything. Yeah. I hope they're listening, bastards. But congratulations on your wins. I got third
Thank
in
you.
my league, so at least my top three streak continues. Uh, you and I
He's
were
not here, but I'll
oh yeah,
ceremoniously pass the belt for
Milton.
Brooke to Milton.
Milton. Yeah, I gotta talk to him. He said he'd come down and get it, but like I don't want to like. I was like, when are you coming down? He never responded. Like the next time, so I might just have you ship it to him, and then I'll. You know what? It probably costs about the same price to ship that than what it does for the apple pie. I'll make the apple pie. You pay to ship that to him. We'll call it even.
Okay,
I
that's
think.
fair.
I think that should probably cost like $30 to $40, maybe a little bit less. So,
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
you'll want to do the insurance on it, so if it does get broken, we can replace it. But
Yeah.
If it's not, I'll make up the cost. But yeah, we'll just do that. Then the other key piece in fantasy is your fucking cousin. Perfect season.
Yeah, insane. I've talked to people about this. Like, I don't think people realize how crazy of a feat that is. And I'm gonna bully his ass
Auction
onto
league
getting
too.
into the podcast. Auction draft, and just to put the kicker on it, me and him were pissed drunk. Not just kind of drunk. Like we were sitting there pissed drunk, sitting there talking about the auction league. Oh, after a long day of, I think
It was
it
Labor Day
was,
weekend, so it would have been somebody's birthday
yeah,
party, maybe.
yeah. It was my nephew's birthday party, so we were out there swinging it, dude. Old caters, and then we go there and we were fucking drunk, man. We were throwing down beers, like we had a good old beer mid looking at us. And I was like, oh god. And I was like, Dylan, I can't draft once I'm drunk. And he's like, neither can I. He's like, I'm scared. I only drafted CMC and Javante Williams. He's like, it's not gonna be a good year for me. Little did he know that was probably the best running back duo he could have got in fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, the auction draft. Well, you didn't make the playoffs, so clearly you
Oh,
can't
first
draft
year I
when you're drunk.
never. No, guess not.
Yeah, no, that was insane. And he was the crazy part. I know it was a super flex and all that, but he was projected every week like 170 points. Like it wasn't even like his team
And he was
was.
scoring them.
Yeah, yeah, he was putting up those points too. It was wild.
Let's look at his team, just because. I mean, granted, I know that I beat you in 2 leagues this year, and I'm super stoked. Don't get me wrong, but uh,
The
just
fantasy gods are making up for what I. One win for you is 2 rings for. One win for me is 2 rings for you the next year. It's bullshit. The fantasy gods are bullshit.
God damn it, fantasy! I don't want to see the recaps.
Well, I went to bed Monday night, and then I guess you were saying that you stayed up because I had Bijan playing, and the fact that I
Oh, dude, I was
came, I
shitting
was because I
bricks.
was down like what 40-ish, 50-ish points or so coming
Oh
into
yeah,
that.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah, 50 points and you lost by 7, and I
yeah,
was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Interesting. I wonder. Okay, I just want to look at the league history though now. So my top finish is third. So me and you are both tied with third. You're I've gone 60, 37, and 1. You've gone 66, 31, and 1. So
Is
we're
this
not that far from
is
being
this my
close.
league?
Yeah. My league.
Oh, my league. I was acid. The first year I had everybody get hurt. I think I won
Mhm.
one game that year. Like, and then I've been middle of the pack every other year. I just got lucky and pulled the Giants. I'm probably
So my league, I went from being in second place. So I was always in second place for the first 3 years. My average finish is fourth now. And I've gone 34, 21, and 1. My cousin,
mine's probably like 16, 15 or 16, and
you're 23, 21, or 23, 31, and 2.
okay,
My
well that's a
cousin,
lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
my cousin is average place is second place, and he's 33 and 9.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the undefeated
33
season.
and 9, dude.
The
He's
undefeated
had
season definitely helps.
one less win than me, and he wasn't in the first year.
Undefeated seasons help.
Yeah.
I went 7-7 back to back years.
And his game, I just want to see his game logs because it's just schedule. Let's look at his game logs.
Michigan and Texas are tied at half. If anybody is
Oh,
listening and
nice.
cares, we both have Texas winning, so we need them to get their shit together.
So week 1, he won 150 points, 176 points, 162 points, 155 points, 175 points, 169, 180, 131, 209, 127, 120, 125, 148, 137, 146, 156, and 148. That is literally insane. He scored Let's see. This is what will be interesting. He scored 200 more points than the next person, and the least person, he scored 700 more points than Alonso.
Yeah, easy to do that when Alonso drafts fucking 8 tight ends coming out of the option draft.
7.
Guy should have traded me Saquon Barkley. He would have been fine if he would have might have not got last year. He would have traded me Saquon Barkley. Guy
Oh
was
God,
asking
dude.
for like, I mean, I probably should have given him the Alvin Kamara and like Marvin Harrison Jr. package, and he was asking for something else too. Probably should have just gave him that because Marvin Harrison Jr. got hurt and was fucking me, and then Alvin Kamara fucked me, but should have just traded me Saquon, and he would have been fine. But
Oh shit.
yeah, dominance in that league for sure. Yeah, football this week will be fun to just watch. I mean, that's pretty much what I do anyway. I watch and just don't give a shit about fantasy. Like this week, once I saw Josh Jacobs bullshit happen, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't watch all the game, and then when I was like, "What the fuck is going on with Jacobs?" Um, and then I saw that he just wasn't playing and getting involved. Like they weren't just doing anything with him, and he didn't play like played like one snap or two after second half. I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. This is the shit that like is he if he's still hurt, how is he off of the injury report? Because there's no way that he wasn't hurt still. You don't play a guy that's not hurt, but or you don't
No.
not play a guy like that caliber that if he's not hurt. But whatever. The fact that I almost fucking came back and beat you while I was asleep is impressive.
It would have. I would have been not so happy. I'd have been really fucking pissed.
Yeah, I had my
To
piece,
be honest.
so I went to bed. If I would have stayed up, I probably would have not slept until like 12 o'clock, because I would have been so fucking pissed off that I had slight.
Oh, you wouldn't. You most definitely would not have.
I
Uh,
I went to bed with the fact that I was going to be third in one league and uh, second in the other two, and finish fourth in your league. So I'll take it, I guess.
yeah. I need to.
So
Sorry, I'm fucking around right now.
moving on. Uh, we're gonna do our worst, and then worst. You can do your like. I have one worst pick, and then I have good moves that I did that saved me. Your worst, best draft picks, worst, best trades, moves, whatever. My worst, ultimate worst thing that I did was I drafted Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he was awful.
Fucking awful. Then he didn't play for like 4 or 5 weeks, and like it just awful. Especially when I made the playoffs, and I'm like, I have to choose between Devin Singletary or Isaiah Pacheco, and clearly I chose wrong this last week. It didn't really matter because I got fucking blown out anyway, because I played Austin who had Derrick Henry, but like Pacheco had like 2 points, and Devin Singletary was. This is the week that Devin Singletary took over the backfield, so not really taking
I
over.
would say. I would say my worst was probably Justin Jefferson in the first round, or not first round, but auction draft.
Yeah, the amount of
Paying.
money you spent on him. Yeah.
Yeah. He usually sure, and I wasn't actually trying to get him. I wanted CD Lamb in that league, which would have fucked me anyway because CD's kind
Yeah.
of been shit
I had
too.
CD.
But then
We
you
almost
traded him.
traded. We almost traded, but I was like, I can't let you have Justin Jefferson and CD Lamb because it was still early in the year. Like it was still.
What were
like,
we gonna trade? What were we gonna trade?
I don't know. We had talked about like I was gonna because you had so many running backs and I really needed a running back, but I was like I can't let you have Justin Jefferson and CD. That'd just be.
I
Stupid.
mean, I would have missed the playoffs the same. So
Well, now to it, but I mean I traded CD for JT, which that was the huge changer for me, at least in your league.
hmm
If I didn't do that, I would have never made even sniffed the playoffs. But
my best pick. Oh, your league, I really did have a lot of good picks. I gotta say, keeping
A-Chain,
I would A-Chain in the fourth was a solid pick that worked out really well. I would say George Pickens. I got him later in the draft. I don't know where people are at anymore because We didn't have the draft board. It was kind of weird, but I think I kept George Pickens. Or I got George Pickens in like the 7th or 8th round, and he was solid. He was obviously way lower than he was.
Let me go look. I might be able to
Um,
pull it up here real quick.
I would say obviously in the dynasty, uh, 2 years ago, picking JSN in the 11th round has got to be by far my best pick. I mean, the dude was so consistent.
You
One of them.
took George Pickens in the 6th round.
6th?
Yep. You got Judkins in the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, it looks like.
Probably going to be my keeper, to be honest, but I don't know. It depends on how he rehabs. But
Yeah, dude, you went Amon-Ra, then Bucky, then Josh Allen, Achane, Pollard, Pickens, Ekbuka, Golden, Shakir, and then you went on you fucking Benson, White, Tootin, Judkins, Gordon run. You drafted all your fucking backups.
so I don't know.
My best draft pick was either Jake Ferguson in the 12th, just because of how fucking good he was for at least a while, or I mean Nico in the 1st, but really getting Rashee Rice in the 8th, probably going to be
Yeah.
my keeper next year. Keeping
Who
Malik
crushed
Neighbors really
you,
fucked me, but now that I
Yeah.
look at this, I took Tyrone Tracy in the 7th. That's super early. Keon Coleman in the 9th. Like, those are some bad picks after what happened. Ooh, Rashid Shaheed in the 13th. Not bad either. And then I drafted Devin Neal in the 17th in our last round, and then I didn't hold on to him. Just terrible. Should have just held on. My other good moves that I had were all these ones were just dynasty ones. I traded Neighbors for 2 firsts and Jacoby Myers in a dynasty, and then he got hurt the very next week. So that saved me. That if I would have had Neighbors, I would have been even fucked if I didn't have that because Jacoby balled out, and then the other one was trading away like Terry McLaurin and CD for like first and second round picks that I got rid of those guys that didn't do. Terry McLaurin came out later, but having him for the whole thing. So moving on, we're gonna do fantasy MVPs. I say MVPs just guys that deserve the spotlight in fantasy. May not be like the top 5 or whatever overall, but guys that probably helps win you some games. Maybe even clearly some of these guys are probably some championship winners because everybody's team's going to look a little bit different. But Marcus, go ahead with your first like fantasy MVP.
My first fantasy MVP has to go to my boy Chase Brown. He ended the year as a top 10 running back, which is insane. If you look at these game logs, he started out fucking rough. We're looking at 12 points, 8 points, 4 points, 8 points, 8 points, 7 points, 11 points, 24 points, 16, 15, 14, 14, 17, 13. The 2 playoff games, 30.9 and 27.6. Like the dude was in fucking star. And that's the thing about Chase Brown. Like I always said, I don't think he's the most talented running back in the league, but his volume is so fucking heavy and his snap percentage. I mean, look at this. He's carrying 70%. Who the hell's calling me? Brooks calling me on my podcast. Come on,
Terrible.
Brookie. 70, 75%, 71, 55, 70, 50, 50, 65, 54, 96% of the snaps, which is crazy. 82, 89, 60, 67, 61, 61, 61. Like he is highly efficient with his touches, a lot of catches. I mean, I don't know how many catches I think it'll tell me how many catches he's going to end the season with, but it is. He had 82 targets, which is a career high, 65 catches and 4 touchdowns. Like the dude is a PPR monster. He is like a poor man's Austin Eckler once it comes to fantasy football, just because of the volume. And Joe Burrow obviously loves him, and that's what matters.
Well, you and I are higher on him coming into the season. I think
Oh,
we, I
100%.
had him going top 5 in fantasy. Top, what was he, 8? So pretty damn close to what I would have thought he was going to be at. Um, just that slow start. Just that team did not look good for a while, and he definitely impacted
No,
that. Yeah, I agree. Chase Brown, yeah, popping off right when you need him to is the best. If you were in a fantasy championship and you had him playing, like you were struggling along and still had him and played him, props to you. Because yeah, he definitely was probably a not even just a fantasy MVP. He was probably a fantasy winner. Like probably one of those
oh,
guys that helped you win.
100%.
My first one's Drake May. I don't think anybody expected the Patriots to be where they are today. I don't think anybody expected Drake May to
Come out
elevate
swinging.
as high as he did this year. Um,
Mhm.
he finished number 2, at least in our dynasty league. He's number 2, number 8 overall player. Um, I mean, his lowest game was 12 points against Buffalo in Week 5. Other than that, he was on fire. The last 3 weeks, he went 20, 20.5, 23.7, and then 32.44. So I know one person in our league had him on her roster in one of our leagues and didn't win the championship, but she got second with him. But if you, I mean, you think about where Drake May probably was going in drafts.
Oh yeah. Oh, easily out of the top 10.
Yeah,
Easily out of the top 10.
you were looking set with him. So Drake May is my first fantasy MVP.
My next one's JSN. JSN this whole year has been a absolute freak. Let me see if I can pull JSN's numbers up. So he is wide receiver 2, must be behind Puka, 7th overall. And this dude's game logs are just insane. 19 points, 18 points, 20 points, 13 points, 27 points, 30 points, 26 points, 22, 20, 20, 37. Then at Minnesota, he sucked. He had 4, 28, 18, 23, 16. Like the
Yeah,
dude has been a monster. And I believe so 1,700 yards and 10 touchdowns, 113 catches. Like the dude took his uh, receiving yard or yards per catch and put it up 4 extra yards. So it's 15 yards per catch right now. Last year it was 11. He had 137 targets last year and 100 catches. So the dude is just playing. He's a baller, man.
yeah. I think the quarterback change definitely helps. Who was there? Definitely helps. You lose DK, who I think is definitely better than their next best receiver, even with Shaheed. Cooper Cup is the fucking skeleton of himself.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, having one game under 11 fantasy points is fucking wild.
It's insane. It's
Uh,
literally.
if Interesting to see what they do this week. Um, I would assume he's going to keep it up. He's got to, and then in the playoffs, just seeing what they can continue to do. Sam Darnold's looking good because of that, and then adding Shaheed really made a difference, I think, too, in terms of Cooper Cup was the skeleton of Cooper Cup. Rashid Shaheed is a fucking deep ball threat, spaces that defense up, and just helps out JSN even more. Um,
Tremendously, yeah.
my next fantasy MVP, whatever you want to call this talk, is Harold Fannin Jr.
You look good.
Undrafted in our rookie dynasty leagues for the most part, depending on how deep you went. We had 3 leagues. Went undrafted in a lot of regular leagues. Um, he comes in and he started just balling out. He had 11 points this last week and got in the first quarter and was injured. Like him and Sanders have a connection, and if they move forward with Sanders next year, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I assume either Njoku's gone or he's definitely taking that back seat behind Fannin. But this might be a tight end quarterback duo that, as long as Sanders continues to play, Fannin and him might be a pretty good top tight end quarterback duo in the league for a while. Um, Coming out together. I know he was highly touted just because what he was doing in
Yeah.
college, but didn't go to
Is
a
he
big
from
school.
Bowling
Yeah,
Green?
yeah, wasn't at a big school, so he just kind of went whatever. All right, I gotta pee real quick. I know we're live, but I'm gonna piss my pants.
Oh my God.
So you fill them in while I pee. I'll be back.
Skinny's got to go pee. Javonte Williams is also a monster this year. Scored a lot of points. A lot of points. Um, and for where he was drafted, I don't even know where Javonte Williams was drafted, but I'd imagine it was, getting close to those double digits. So interesting. Um, Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of players. Drake London was pretty good this year before he got hurt. Puka Nacua was an absolute monster. Um, JSN, or not JSN, Emeka Ibuka was good for a little while. I know it'll be interesting to see how everything goes. So I don't know how this will go, but we will find out. Let's see.
Yes, I agree. Javonte Williams definitely deserves it. Uh, you know, you brought up Puka. I'm gonna bring up the other guy, Devonte Adams. Who would have thought that Devon? Well, I did. I think, I think I was high on Devonte, but Devonte Adams had a pretty fucking solid year for somebody that was supposed to take a back seat to Puka.
Oh, he did. He most definitely did.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Devonte Adams had a great year.
hold on. I'm gonna go reference this thing real quick because it'll probably be
I
able
mean,
to see where some of us were where some of these guys were going. Clearly, not kept, but let's see here. Devonte Adams went in the fourth round in our league, out after Garrett Wilson, Xavier Worthy. Oh, Brian Thomas Jr. Was another fall off this year. After Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, JSN, AJ Brown. Devontae had better seasons than I think all of those guys. And
Jesus.
was drafted. You said Devontae Williams. Let's see where he was drafted. He was drafted in the eighth round in our league. I'll just use this for reference. So he was going, yeah, closer to those double digits, getting close. Um, Bijan, of course. Saquon didn't You're looking at the first rounders.
Bijan did really good, dude. Bijan
Bijan
was
went over
really
one overall in our league. Saquon went number two. Didn't pan out to be a number two pick. Jameer Gibbs worth number four. Ashton Tenty went five. Not worth it, I think. Derrick Henry went 12, and then Chase Brown, and then Josh Jacobs. Oh, wait, hold on. CMC somehow didn't get where the oh yeah, because Trey's didn't get so CMC went number one overall. Then it went Bijan. I forgot Trey's for some reason in our thing didn't keep his picks, so that's gonna be shitty when I'll have to go to ESPN for that. But I don't know why it did that. So weird. It didn't keep his picks that way, but it kept it this way. So he had CMC, and then he went Mike Evans, George Kittle. George Kittle was good in the third. We do a keeper league, so like Trey McBride got kept in the second, or where did she
Oh,
keep?
McBride.
Or in the fourth. But yeah, no, it was a James Conner was doing good, then he got hurt. Yeah, no, it was a good season. Good season. All right.
Great season.
Uh, you got any more fantasy MVPs, anything like that? Any fantasy talk? If you're still
I do
playing
not.
in a championship game in Week 18, join a real fucking league. Stop playing Week 18 fantasy championship games because they're fucking pointless. But moving on, I guess we'll just do our college pick'ems and then um, NFL pick'ems. So right now, currently Michigan and Texas are playing. We decided to film earlier after last week, so we still have Miami and Ohio State to play tonight at 6:30 Central Time, depending on where you're at. Um, so right now, we both have OSU to win that game. Are you still going to keep OSU over Miami?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, and then we both picked Texas. They're currently tied with Michigan at half. Austin, you currently 0-2 without the Texas Ohio State on there. Um, you picked Vandy and Georgia Tech. I went 2-0 so far with BYU and Iowa, and then Marcus, you are 1-1 because you picked Vandy over Iowa, but got the BYU one picked right. So we have three more games tomorrow, New Year's Day. We've got number 5 Oregon versus number 4 Texas Tech. Oregon is favored by 2.5.
Hmm.
I'm taking Oregon.
Give me Oregon as well.
Texas has looked bad way too much. Number 9 Bama versus number 1 Indy. Indy's favored by 7.
Give me Indy.
I've been riding the Bama's back train all year. Give me give me Bama.
Bama's back, baby.
Mendoza got his Heisman. He's good now. And then number 6 Ole Miss versus 3 Georgia. Georgia is favored by 6.5.
Give me Georgina.
Give me Georgia. With that, overalls, Marcus, you're 51-39, so we'll have these 5 games left. So you can't pass me, at least for now. And I'm 59-31 overall. So I got that. And then NFL pickups. This is gonna be the fucking worst week. Uh, I went 11-5 last week. You went 9-7. You are 162-94 overall. I'm 167-89 overall. Go ahead with our pick'ems.
Okay. Wait, what am I now?
Uh, you are 162-94 overall. I'm 167-89 So you are 5 games back.
Okay. Saturday, January 3rd, the Carolina Panthers take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and give me Carolina.
I know I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to
I'm
take
take
Tampa at
Tampa.
home. They're at home.
Uh,
I'm going to take Tampa. I
no,
don't want
fuck
to.
that.
It hurts doing this, but because Carolina looks super good. But give me Tampa at home.
The Seattle Seahawks take on the San Francisco 49ers.
Give me Seattle.
Give me Seattle. Yep. Sunday, the last Sunday night, it was the last Sunday football, dude. Regular season football. Browns take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Give me Cincy.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
New Orleans takes on Atlanta Falcons. Give me Atlanta.
New Orleans look good, but yeah, give me Atlanta. Bijan, phenomenal.
Packers take on Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Packers are. It looks like the Packers are resting everybody.
The Cowgirls take on the Giants. Give me the Cowgirls.
Give me Dallas.
Indianapolis takes on the Houston Texans. Give me the Houston Texans.
Yeah, give me Houston. Like you said, they're probably the hottest team in the league right now, and could potentially be the AFC favorites, especially depending on how fucking badly they beat the Colts in this game too.
Yep. The Jets take on the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Even the backups for Buffalo probably beat the Jets. Give me Buffalo.
Yeah. The Detroit Lions take on the Chicago Bears. Give me Detroit with the upset.
Yeah, I think Chicago's riding a little too high on things, and Campbell has to, he. They've had so many bad losses that he's. I don't think he's gonna lose his job, but he's got to have some type of statement win. And Jared Goff's not gonna throw 5 picks. Like it's gonna be a game where it's gonna be perfect for him, and it's gonna go how they need it to go and pull off a win.
Yep. Chargers take on the Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, Chargers aren't playing Justin Herbert, so yeah, give me the Broncos. Broncos are fighting for that 1 seed.
Um, Kansas City takes on the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, I think this is the only time that the Raiders probably are favored to win. Actually, you keep going. I'm gonna look to see who's favored to win this game.
Who are you taking? Raiders.
Raiders.
Uh, Arizona Cardinals take on the LA Rams. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I think Rams are gonna want the 6 seed over the 7 seed, so they're gonna want to make sure they get this win. I'm pretty sure. So, especially if the Packers are basically resting, or Packers are settling for 7th.
Mm-hmm. The Arizona Cardinals, or no, sorry, the Miami Dolphins take on the New England Patriots. Give me the Pats.
Yeah, Patriots are also still fighting for a 1st seed, so Pats.
Commanders take on the 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 the
Shut the fuck up.
Philadelphia Eagles. I'll give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles, of course, but we've never won with a backup, so we'll see. We'll see. We're not playing Jalen Hurts, so
And
give me the
last,
Eagles.
but certainly not least, the Baltimore Ravens take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me Pittsburgh.
I'm taking the Ravens. That Pittsburgh offense looked fucking terrible without DK. Give me the Ravens. Um, Also, you didn't do the Jags Tennessee game. You skipped over it.
Oh, give me the Jags over Tennessee,
Yeah,
baby.
give me the Jags too. I thought you were going back to it, but yeah. Week 18. Next week's episode is going to be so fun. I love the next week episode. Next week episode's the season MVP, like our final award. Who do we think? Um, Top 10 plays of the year, for regular
Mm-hmm.
season. Uh, and then I have a couple topics I'll discuss with you later that are more like end of the year stuff. But um, like I said, if you're in a Week 18 fantasy championship, join a real fucking league. Get the fuck out of that league next year, or get the rules to be changed, because you should not be doing this, especially when there's at least 3 teams just confirmed not even playing starters, where that makes a huge difference. Like, it's not both teams could
Yeah.
have it. Well, one team could be filled with guys that are fucking going off and doing good, and then the other one doesn't. You just you draft all teams that are never going to be in the fucking playoffs. So then they're playing. Um, but yeah, good episode. New Year's Eve. Everybody stay safe tonight. Don't drink.
Yep.
Don't drink and drive. Drink and then drive is okay. Full disclaimer: I'm joking. Do not drink and be hammered and drive. I am not legally responsible for any actions that you take as an adult or whatever. I'm going to a kid-friendly for the New Year's Eve party tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Uh, like I said, if the kids get tired and I can sneak away, I'll try.
Dude, you better be there, dude.
I'll try. I'll figure out a way. I'll make it happen. Um, and then right now, again, Michigan and Texas are. Oh, yep, tied. Michigan almost scored. Maybe they're gonna kick a field goal probably, and go up 3. But Michigan will be up. But join us next week. Everybody enjoy the last week of football until the playoffs. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify.
Wherever you get your podcast needs.
Not wherever. Not Apple Music. But cheers.
All right, before you go, help me set the lineup.